Good day, everyone. I am Rosa Lidelia, but you can call me Mom Ross. Welcome to Oral Communication in Context class. Previously, we learned about the definition of communication. We also talked about the nature and processes and its elements. Today, we will learn about the models of communication. Here are our goals for today. Differentiate the various model of communication, explain the process of communication to the elements involved, and recognize the importance of the models in understanding the communication process as applied in everyday life. Let's take a closer look at this video. Communicating with others takes us to a new experience. We are either the ones starting the conversation process or the ones receiving it. There are three types of communication process. Let us start with linear communication. Linear communication is one way, focusing on the transmission of a message to a receiver who never responds or has no way of responding to the information conveyed. For instance, a competition organizer is presenting the contest mechanics. The message is final and cannot be contended at all. It could be the president giving his State of the Nation address on a national television, or a student who reads a poem or tells a story in front of an audience in a school program. Other examples include sending a notification or automated message that does not require a reply, reading a blog, or even the traditional way of sending a message such as a telegram. Let's talk about the Shannon-Weaver model of communication. Here is the figure. Shannon-Weaver model of communication is an example of linear type of communication. It is also considered as the mother of all communication models. It is a one-way process starting from a source, passing through a channel which may at times be interrupted by noise, to a receiver. The process stops after the message has arrived at its destination. Next is interactive communication. Interactive approach is a two-way communication process where a message is given after a message is sent. The recipient of the action intentionally or unintentionally gives a feedback associated with the information received. This is the Schramm model of communication. Schramm visualized the process of communication as an exchange of thoughts and ideas. Feedback was added to the Shannon-Weaver model. The recipient of the message decodes it and creates feedback based on his understanding of the information sent, and vice versa. The figure identifies the 6 elements of communication, which are the sender, the message sent, the receiver, and the feedback provided by the receiver and sent back as a response to the sender, and the processes of decoding and
encoding. Remember, information may become useless if it's not conveyed properly to others. Thus, the processes of encoding and decoding are the key components of this model, including feedback.
And the last one is the transactional model. Transactional model is a circular process of interaction between the persons involved in the communication, with each one actively participating and sharing ideas with one another. They are the communicators, actively exchanging ideas and reactions.
Feedback is given freely and deliberately to one another or to all members participating in the communication transaction. The sender and the receiver may simultaneously exchange roles as communicators. Since communication is still dynamic and progressive, the topic may also change from time to time. In this concept, the noise or barrier to communication is also taken into consideration, for it may directly or indirectly affect the smooth flow of communication. In the event that the message was not clearly conveyed due to the barrier, the communication continues in order to clarify the intended meaning of the sender. When the transmission is cut along the way due to the barrier, the communicators work collaboratively to understand each other. Now, the sender becomes a receiver of feedback, and the receiver also acts as a sender, providing information in response to the message conveyed to him. In this way, communication is made more effective and complete.
My dear students, we finally discussed the three types of communication process. Now, I want you to answer this activity. All you need is your pen and your notebook. Are you ready? Because I am ready. Here we go. Number 1. Which of the following is an example of a one-way communication model? Number 2. You ask your sister to put on her mask every time she goes out, and she nods in reply. Which model of communication is presented here?